Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, Daily Rants Ghana. So today we are going to talk about some of the comments that has come in. Thank you so much, guys. You have been amazing. We've had, within a few weeks of starting this channel, we have well over 200 subscribers. So yeah, this is quite impressive. Thank you so much, and keep commenting. Let's keep interacting here. But I want to just go through some of the comments that we've had, and then some are very interesting, some are also supportive. But okay, let's see what people are saying about our beloved Ghana. It all has to do with what Ghana needs. All right, so let's see. So this comment in particular has to do with the new plan Ghana video I did, and I had quite a number of comments, so I'll just go through them randomly. So Jess Andor, right? Jess Andor said, I like it when you said you don't know why nobody is talking about this. They promised to give us the youth job, but when they get the mandate, they take the job from us. Yes, it's true what they said. It's very, very true. Now, talking to competition, talking of competition with other companies, I can say that New Plan was on track. The company was producing the buses according to how MMT wanted it. New Plan has what it takes to produce these buses that can compete with those from Kia, Yutong, and Man Diesel buses. In the video posted by City News, there was a New Plan Scania bus which was built in Ghana. Yeah, it's true. The government of Ghana has been importing buses for MMT, which never met the needs of MMT as the new plan buses were doing. The current government decided to give MMT the kind of buses they wanted, but surprisingly, they forgot about new plan and imported similar buses from Belgium. This is so pathetic. Ghana has a long way to go. So yes, you are very, very right. Okay, that Ghana has a surprising. It's not surprising. We have a very long way to go. And instead, surprisingly, they forgot about MMT. No, this is not surprising. This is deliberate. Okay, I'm telling you this because we have leaders and we have elected leaders into power who only thinks about their 10%. You know, how much cuts they will get from importing, because if they give this contract to New Plan, they are not going to get cut. They are middlemen who enrich themselves when their government comes to power will have no cut in it. So they have to kill New Plan and import buses into Ghana, and this subsequently is putting the pressure on the city, you know, killing jobs in Ghana. So all these guys who were in New Plan, what is happening to them right now? Nothing. You know, some have started job business, some are sitting home and all that. You know, this is a car manufacturing company that was producing all the SHS buses that we used to have, and also produce some of long journey buses. But then our government sat down. In fact, they deliberately killed it just for their selfish gain. It's sad. It's sad, Josh. I feel your pain. Today, a lot of people graduate in Ghana, engineer graduates in Ghana, electrician, welders, they can't have jobs today because of some of these things. Okay, so Simba also said, our leaders are just wicked. And after their wickedness, nothing is done to them. All we say is, we leave it to God. It's true. It's true. It's a typical sad mantra of Ghana. Most Ghanaians would say, oh, yeah, they Miami, Miami, you know, leave it to God. But it's really sad because God has given us strength, God has given us wisdom, God has given us knowledge to act on certain things. So your inactions, God will not come and solve it for you. God, if you go and pray that God should give you jobs, those jobs are sitting in the pocket of some politicians who, for their own selfish gain, are not doing anything. So if you sit down and just say, I leave it to God, God says, I also leave it back to you, because you are supposed to take an action, and your action you're supposed to take is not just wait for another 4 years and go and vote. How many Ghanaians are demonstrating every day because of economic hardship? We wait till NDC, so everything is about politics. We wait till NDC go and make noise that, hey, this is what is happening, then we join. This is nonsense, because it will get nowhere. Let real people stand up, leave their jobs and say the economy is hard, we can't stand it any longer, we demand for better things, and then they will think, then the leaders will think. But now, forget. So until we do something about it, let's forget about it, okay? And then Kofi Bandz also said no government should invest in transportation. Ghanaians are just wicked. Well, Kofi Bandz, I disagree with you, because to say that no government should invest because Ghanaians are wicked. No, there are people who are bad, who will steal, who will undertake corrupt practices. But that's why we have institutions like special prosecutor. That's why we have auditor general. That's why we have Shraj even. So it doesn't mean that because some few people are wicked and they find themselves into some companies and they do bad things, doesn't mean the government should just fold up and say Ghanaians are just wicked. Otherwise, why do we have the government in the first place? Because we voted for you just so that you come and make our lives better. And in making our lives better, it includes sifting out bad people, putting them in jail for what they have done, so that it serves as a deterrent to other people. That if you also do this, we'll put you in jail, irrespective of political color, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of where you belong to. But this is what we have not done. This is what the government have failed to do. So yeah, it's not about the Ghanaian people, it's about the government. Majority of Ghanaian people are good people. Majority of Ghanaian people, all they want is to have a decent salary, to take care of their family, to have a decent home to stay, to have a decent life. If they want to buy a car, they should be able to afford, and live in a decent life. And this is what they want. So a few people destroying does not define everybody in Ghana. So A.A. Frimpong also said that, hi, it's a pity our ministers are not focused. And it's true. I agree with you, Frimpong. It was in President Nkrumah's time that if one brings an expatriate to our country to open job, 10% of his money is given to that Ghanaian by the government. They are dancing around it in our parliament. That was why they imported into our country plastic china chair from Ghana instead of udum, sapele, and other African hardwood to create job for people and also to uplift the city. Are they honorable members? I agree with you 100%. It comes back to the same thing I've been saying, that our leaders have developed taste for foreign goods, and they have trained the rest of the population to also follow suit. So it's difficult when you go to the market right now. Most Ghanaians will pick foreign goods against Ghanaian goods, and sometimes some Ghanaian manufacturers have to be smart to target on maybe made in US and made in Japan on their product, just so that they can appeal to some Ghanaians. We've not been trained, we've not been conscientized to look within, and for our solution, everything we are always looking outside. So a Ghanaian man will boast that, hey, look at my tie, look at my suit, it's Gucci, it comes from Italy. I wear Italian shoes. Do you know how much it costs? What do you think the Italians are also saying about you? What do you think? You are boasting of having things coming from Italy. Do you think the Italians walk about saying that I wear Ghanaian clothes, I do this? No. So what you are doing is, in quote, foolishness. You are just not helping yourself, and this is what is happening now. Okay, so that is just about it. Now I want us to go to another comment section. This one has to do with the video I did about Representative Akufo-Addo being booed. All right, now some interesting comments came in, so let's analyze that one too. Okay, all right, so there's somebody called Doris. Doris, thank you very much. Obing, a nice name. Doris said that this is no news. Economic hardship is global. They have been paid by NDC to do this. Shame. Well, Doris, I have a bad news for you. I don't need to be paid by the NDC to do what is right, to say what is right. And this is my biggest problem with a lot of Ghanaians. One has to belong to a political party to warrant an opinion about the certain government. This is stupid. This is foolishness. Look, there's inflation of 34% right now in Ghana. It doesn't only affect you. It affects me. It affects everybody else in the country. It affects my family. It affects my sisters. It affects my friends. It affects my boss. It affects my salary. So tell me, if I need to be paid by the NDC to be able to voice out the ills of the society, the inactions of the society, inactions of our ministers and our president, the people that we voted for to make our life better. Now tell me if this is what is true. Now, well, Sarah Baby responded beautifully to it. So let me just go through the response. Sarah said, just listen to yourself. Why do you always politicize everything? Always blaming others whilst the youth in the country are suffering. He even deserves more than this. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it's like this. And I said it like also to debunk Doris' claim that the entire economy is suffering. Well, that is not true. COVID and Russia-Ukraine war has affected the entire world. Everybody was affected. The US, the Germanys, the Netherlands, the UK, all the big giants all over the world. Their economy has taken some sort of a hit. Now, the difference between those economies and the difference between Ghana is because they had some shock absorbers. So when the COVID thing hit, though they were hit, though some few people suffered, but the consequences and the effect is not as dire as what we are having in Ghana right now. So Doris, you say that every economy is suffering. Well, in US, the inflation rate is the all-time high. That's 9%. That is their inflation rate of all-time high. 9%, less than 10%. In Germany, it's 9.7%. In the UK, it's around 9%. All-time high. It's something that is too much for them to bear. Guess what? In Ghana, it's 34%. And I always say that the COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war did not cause harm in Ghana. No, it only exposed the shallow economy we have been building, because we are building economy based on importation. So our economy begins to do well only when other economies are doing well. If they are not doing well, we are exposed. Our foundation is based on other people's economy. How can you develop a country when your foundation is based on somebody doing well? How can you survive? You are like a beggar on the street. If people around you make money, that's when they tend to give you some. If they don't make money, you are also going home dry. You see, that is why I have personally been an advocate for looking inwards, building indigenous strong business. About 80% of the things we use in the country should be built from the things we use in the country. When COVID came and then all those Chinese, all the China places, all those people closed their borders and they closed nothing was coming. There was shortage of goods and services in Ghana. Even drugs were in shortage. We're afraid that people are going to die in Ghana if the borders continue to be closed. God being so good to open it. Why? Because we have not looked from within. All the time we're looking for answers from China, from somewhere. To a group of people go and import a lot of goods, come and dump it into Ghana. Do you check your local supermarket and you see that about 90% of the things in that supermarket was never made in Ghana? This is not sustainable, because a time will come, like the Russia people have taught us, that once the international market supply chain blocks, you can only fall on the things that is happening from within. So why not change the economy from import dependent to export dependent, so that we export goods and services, we export cars? And in my next video, I'm actually going to do a video now after this one about how South Korea and Ghana, a comparison, and you'll be shocked how, as of independence from 1960, Ghana was doing well in terms of economy than South Korea. South Korea was very poor, but they took some big decision that has changed their story today, and that's what we're not doing. So I don't want to preempt that, but this is another video, so watch out for this, okay? So Doris, please, I don't need to be paid by NDC. In fact, I'm not even happy with NDC and Mahama even self. So don't think that I need to be paid by them. Forget about it. Anyway, thank you guys. So comment down below, let me know what you also think about this reaction. Let's see, keep subscribing, keep liking this video, and let's wait for the next video. Ciao.